lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.
Salute, salute, salute. Yo, 3 things you know about nocturnal thoughts. 1, the breath is fresh. 2, the hands are sanitized and smelling good. 3, I'm hydrated. Salute, salute, salute. Salute. Boxing After Dark. Nocturnal Thoughts. Real quick video. Get out the way. This video is going to be a little bit different, especially dedicated to Castle Kingside. What's up, my brother? My oos. Look. I know this is a boxing channel, so I'm going to have to weave in a little bit of boxing. And I'm going to do it just like this. First off, I was introduced, or I met, Castle Kingside by way of Real Talk Boxing after his exhibition match with Biker Dave. And Castle Kingside, I clicked on one of his comments, and then I clicked on his page and started watching his page, and instantly, gravitated to his story, his life, his personality. And he's a big dude, big Samoan dude. So to tie this into boxing, one of my favorite boxers as a kid growing up, or as a teenager growing up, was a big Samoan dude, David Tua. Me and my older brother, we used to love to watch David Tua fight. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the fantasy fight was Big David Tua versus Iron Mike Tyson, and it never happened. I do believe David Tua did get an opportunity to fight Lennox Lewis, and he came up a little short. Lennox Lewis just got that long jab, that reach advantage, and he just kept him at distance. And, David Tua was jumping in with those hooks, and he just couldn't land on the target. But I don't know any Samoans in real life. Never met a real Samoan in my real life. And I started watching Castle Kingside's video, and every video, and I went down his archives because I had to catch up. And every video after video after video, I was like, man, this is something that is going to catch like wildfire, because this guy is just like a triple threat. And he started to acknowledge me on his platform last night, or the other night, maybe 2 nights back. He gave me a shout out, and he gave me a proper shout out. And he was like, "What up, Big Knot? What up, Big Oos?" That was the first time I ever heard someone call me a brother in that tongue, in that language. And it felt like I didn't even know that I was missing that. I didn't know I had that void. I didn't even know that that's something that was a missing link in my makeup, in my genetic makeup, in my puzzle of myself that I put together. Sometimes you don't even know that there's pieces missing and voids that need to be filled. I never knew that I needed a Samoan brother to call me Oos. when I heard it, it felt so natural, and it felt like, man, I never knew I was missing that in my life. You need to reconnect with people. Don't understand. We all come from one people, one people. When I listened to Castle Kingside and I heard him call me Big Oos, it made me think of the theory of Pangea. The Pangea theory, that all the continents at one point in time were together. And then over time they divided and separated, and people migrated, and then they adapt to their environment. And you have the spectrum of all these different ethnicities, but they still brothers and sisters. And I didn't realize I was missing a Samoan brother in my life until I heard him say, "What up, Big Oos?" And he encapsulates so many things that I admire and that I strive for. And his childhood, he's talking about things from back in the day, and it's so relatable. Going to the arcade, popping quarters in an arcade machine. He-Man, Masters of the Universe, different songs that he's talking about from back in the 80s and 90s. Just two people that live on a parallel path that had a very similar life, with maybe not having your father 100% in your life, and going through different trials and tribulations and learning how to become a man and go through the journey. This dude, I felt like that was a missing link in my genetic makeup. Like, man, this is a brother I never knew I had. You know what I'm saying? Me and him are so intertwined and connected. And now we finally, through YouTube, get to meet. Because no matter how spaced out we are, we still connected. So go check out his YouTube channel. He's as real as it gets. And he's multi-talented. I love art. I used to want to be an artist when I was growing up. I used to do illustrations. When I see his illustrations, make me not even want to draw. I'll put down my pencil and I just watch you draw. I love strength. People think that when it comes to strength, it's just a race thing. When all races come with different strengths and weaknesses. I love my genetics. I love the strength I have. And I look at a guy like Castle Kingside and say, whoa, this dude traps jumping up out the damn camera. He benching 500-600 pounds. And I look at that and I admire that. And he watched me on the video and he said, yo, I watched you do these pull-ups. You see that tandem, that balance? You know what I'm saying? The same thing, but it's different, but we balance. I see what you do and I appreciate it and respect it. You see what I do, you appreciate it and respect it, but we the same. You know what I'm saying? We connected and we respect it. And I just never knew that, I was missing that. And I'm glad that I connected with it. Just like Red Glove Militant. When I found out he was Mexican, I felt like that's my Mexican brother. Truth be told, I actually do have a biological half Mexican brother that I never met. Another story for another day. But he's a little older. Red Glove Militant is younger, so that's not my biological. But when I listen to him and we build a rapport, I listen to him on a day-to-day, and that is my brother. And I was missing that padre, that compadre. I was missing that component. And we all need to go back and connect with our brothers and sisters and come back to where we all have to come back. We all have to reconnect. You know what I'm saying? We different, but we the same. You know what I'm saying? And we family. Just like when Killmonger was challenging T'Challa, and they said, get this outsider out of here. He's not our people. And he said, didn't everybody originate from this land? aren't we all the same people? You know, I can look at Castle Kingside eyes, and we have the same eyes. We got to connect with our Asian brothers, our brown brothers, our Mexican brothers, our Irish brothers. You know what I'm saying? From all over the globe, every race, color, and creed, you still have to find your family out there that's either, you know what I'm saying, through blood or through the just the way this thing is. You connected some way, form, or fashion. That's one reason why I do love boxing. It's because one way or another way, when it comes to boxing, I can find the different tethers and connections and start putting this thing together. You know what I'm saying? I have talked to people on YouTube that live in Scotland. You know what I'm saying? When I talked about Josh Taylor, I had people from Scotland reaching back out to me. That's a blessing. That's people that's really DNA genetically, probably in some kind of form or fashion, connected to me that I have to go and reconnect to. Don't want this video to stretch out too long, but a special shout out to Castle Kingside. One of the dopest, nicest, slickest, multi-talented channels, original, and basic old school, bust your head open, take you on an emotional roller coaster, and you pick up some gems from Castle Kingside. Go check them out, and when you do check them out, tell them I sent you. Nocturnal Thoughts.
Sleepy going in, lively coming out. They be wondering what we talking about.